First impressions matter, and the PSE makes a good one with its sporty accessories. Deep bumpers, huge wheels, smart badging, and a sleek rear, replete with a dynamic spoiler and diffuser feature in the rear bumper, complete with aero flicks, make this seem every bit the premium fast German wagon competitor. And green is appropriate because the PSE is a plug-in hybrid, meaning it uses electrification to deliver performance while having a lower environmental impact, or so the notion goes. While the 508's internal combustion engine isn't very strong, it's adequate, and it's augmented by a significant boost from its electric motor, making it the most powerful Peugeot vehicle ever produced. It's powerful, with 355 brake horsepower and 520 Newton-meters on tap, when you have the electrical help. In the current wintry circumstances, the 0 to 62 miles per hour sprint takes 5.2 seconds, and I get roughly 20 miles from a charge. When the battery runs out, the petrol engine needs to work a little harder to transport the hybrid system's extra mass around, and the engine begins to sound a little rough. The first few yards as you pull away are frequently done on electric power, even when the battery is virtually exhausted. The petrol engine then kicks in, and the transmission tries to smooth out the transition between power sources, pausing for a long time as it shuffles the two methods around. Despite the big alloys, the steering is lovely, one of the nicest setups in any recent hot Peugeot, and the ride is adequate. Thumps are caused by large bumps, however they are often within control. Other practical considerations have also become apparent. I'm still not sold on Peugeot's iCockpit system, but it's the location of the USB ports and wireless charging pad that irritates me the most. To get to them, you'll need an extra joint in your wrist. At the very least, Peugeot has considered how to live with a PHEV, a storage place for the charging cord under the boot floor keeps the cargo space clear. I also enjoy the massaging seats. They're comfy, but having that functionality on a lengthy journey is advantageous. However, Due to a couple longer excursions recently, I haven't been able to charge up as much as I'd want, relying solely on gasoline power. However, I'm still getting more than 40 miles per gallon, which is good. Hopefully, additional local trips in the next weeks will allow us to fully exploit this plug efficiency in's potential. We'll see what happens.